Hi everyone, it's Ayrton Filippi here from Grassroots Racer podcast. Today we're at Winton for the Pedders Sprints. It's really exciting, really cheap obviously, that's why we love to do it here, and to support Pedders Racing. Those guys help me so much and we cannot do racing without them. But they have been hosting the Pedders Sprints since 2001. Look at the track we got today. Beautiful, sunny, kind of cloudy, but it's still a great day overall for some car racing. You've got road cars, you've got race cars, you've got all sorts of cars out here. We've even got the supercarts here, which I used to race. It's a really great atmosphere, guys, and you guys should get involved for the last round. We'll put the details below and the dates, but yeah, it's really cheap and affordable, and the person you're racing is yourself. You go out there, you set the lap times you want to, and you only race the clock. So guys, come out to the Pedders Sprints next time, and I'll see you there. Hey everyone, today I'm here with Richard, who's a massive part of the Winton Raceway, I guess marshal community, would you say?
Yes.
Or what was your role?
Clerk, of course.
Clerk,
of course, today. And yeah, have been for many years for the sprints.
And you were saying in the presentation that you just live over the road,
many years ago. Yeah, that was the family farm, was over on the edge of, it was the Winton Swamp. It then became Lake Macomb and then became Winton Wetlands. So, the family farm actually went underwater and then came out of water. But yeah, I'm now a Wangaratta resident, so I haven't ventured far.
Yeah. So did you grow up seeing the motorsport here and just it really dragged you into it?
Yeah, it did. It did. I was lucky enough to come over here with my older brother and when it was the short track, and saw a young person by the name of Peter Brock line up in the Austin A30 for his first race in that car here in about 62, I think it might have been, or 64, yeah. So I was here to see Peter Brock have his first race at Winton, and saw Brocky race many times here. Yeah.
And it's such an awesome track, and the marshals here and I guess the people who maintain the club have done a really great job, because it was unlucky you guys have lost the supercars, but the track is still very presentable. It still looks the part.
Yes, yeah. Look, it was unfortunate supercars removed 2 rounds from their calendar for this year, look, it was a negotiated thing, and Winton was quite happy to step back this year, and obviously I believe management's still in negotiation for supercars to return in future years, and I'm quite sure we will see them return in future years. We do get them testing, and like on Tuesday we had the teams shooting out here, or the Victorians teams shooting out for their pre-enduro setup. And the crowd that we had here was huge. It was massive, I reckon. There was, the fence along here was full. And the cafe sold out of everything. So, the fans did rally and come to watch supercars on Tuesday. So they still get to see their cars. Yep.
That's awesome. And have you had any experience driving at all when you were...
in the younger days, I did compete in the sprints, but skill set didn't match the budget, it was a decision that I made that no, I think it is, if you can dispel the fear of damaging your car and being hurt, you will make a good driver. And my fear was damaging the car or getting hurt, so I was never on the pace. So I made the decision that, I will, instead of being on the track, I'll be on the side of the track in a role promoting the circuit or officialing. So that was, I moved into the side of officialing.
That's awesome. And what is your sort of go-to thing when you want to promote volunteers getting into the sport? How would you go about it, and what would you say to the people out there who can't afford to race but still want to be involved?
Look, it would be come and try. there's been a lot going on with different series with the Winton office, promoting the high-tech oil super series building track time and everything. That we have come to the decision that early next year we are going on a recruiting drive for officials, and in that it'll be come and meet the team, have a look at our wonderful circuit, and come and try.
Yep.
Just, do you want to be a scrutineer? Do you want to be a flag marshal? Do you want to be a pit lane official? Do you want to be a grid official? Or do you want to work in, as we call it, the Tower of Power? Do you want to work in admin, on the admin side, or the race control side? Yeah. So we're always looking. Unfortunately, the thing is that we never stop ageing, and it's bringing the young people up, while the likes of myself, Waddy, Dozzy, and our other race officials are around, where we can train the young ones to come up and take over from us.
Yep.
And that's what it is. You can't have all the old blokes sitting around, still doing it when we're into our 80s. It's we love to bring them up, educate, and get them into the role. I'm sure there's nothing better for a person who loves the motorsport to be, the age of 30 or late 20s into the 30s, sitting in race control. May not be, definitely 2IC of a supercar event. Or working F1, because you just don't have to work at Winton. Yeah. You can work anywhere in Australia or overseas. Yeah. Some of our officials actually worked Le Mans. This year they went over to the Le Mans 24-hour, and even Waddy, who's in the Tower today, he holidayed in Tasmania earlier, and he just went and worked at a race event at Baskerville. Yep. So it's your credentials cover all racetracks in Australia. Yeah. So
and that's pretty awesome. And for the next few events, what have you guys got coming up?
We've got the Victorian Motor Round 4 of the Victorian Motor Racing Championship, incorporating Round 4 of the Australian Super Truck Series, and the return of the Winton 300 next weekend. Yep. So that's a 3-day event. It's jam-packed. Yeah. I was just looking at the schedule earlier today, and all our official briefings start at 7 a.m, which is a nice early start for us. So, there's that. Then there is, I'm just trying to think, then there will be, later on, will be round 5 of the VMRC. Then we have the HQ 4-hour, which has been an iconic event. Yep. Here at Winton. So it's run for many, many years. So it's on the first weekend of December, and that's our last major event for the year. Yeah.
And obviously in between that, you got the Pedders Sprints on November 4th.
Exactly. Yep. Round 4, round 5.
Oh, round
final
5,
round of the Pedders Sprints, which will be, it's always good. It's a twilight event. Very social at the end. Lots of tall stories. Competitors love it. Yeah. And it's great to see Grant and Kat back on board, sponsoring the series, which they sponsored for many, many years. So and it's our thanks to Pedders for their support. Definitely.
Yeah. And our thanks also goes to Pedders Bendigo, because without them guys I can't race. So. And it's awesome to have that sort of support, to support the track here at Winton for the Pedders Sprint Series, and they support me as well. So I really appreciate their support, and I appreciate you taking your time, Richard.
Thank you. And look, that's the joy of the sprints, is the junior category. They come in, get the taste, and they can go, right, this is what we want to do. We will build. And it's one of the few sort of events where juniors are encouraged to come and you know, you don't have to break track records. You don't have to do this. You just go and have fun and enjoy it. And that's the best part of the sprint series. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Richard. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Not a problem. Thank you very much.
G'day, everyone. Today I'm here with Frank, who's been racing for quite a while. Would you say you're 46?
Well, 2000 I started.
Yeah. So he's been racing since 2000, and what have we got behind us?
It's a HQ, former HQ race car. It's now got a 500 horsepower V8 in it. And unfortunately, we've got a Ford single rail gearbox, which today broke.
It's been unusual for Ford, but yeah. So you've been doing the sprints for long here at the...
Yeah, since 2000.
Yeah. And you've been here when Pedders first started it?
No, the year after.
The year after.
Yeah.
And what's the most enjoyable thing about these test days here? Because they are quite cheap and affordable.
Yes, they are. Well, that's it. It's cheap and affordable. I live in Wangaratta, so it's really close by.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you got any sponsors you'd like to thank who have helped you along the way?
Well, there's A1 Tyre Power in Wangaratta and Wangaratta Radiator Service. And unfortunately, the exhaust guy that did my exhaust is no longer in business. But Wangaratta Exhaust Centre were very helpful. And my mate, Pat Ruston, he does all the work on it.
Yeah.
And it stays at his place.
I wait for that. Yeah. And did you ever race this in the HQ series? That was no. Okay.
3 other guys. It came from South Australia, and there was a Sean Gibson had it before me. Yeah. So I bought it without a motor and with a 3-speed gearbox, which I changed to a Ford 4-speed.
And how's she gone for reliability other than today?
Oh, very good. That's only the second gearbox now in 15 years.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And with that amount of horsepower it's got to handle. So, yeah, I've been pleased with it. And they're cheap.
Yeah.
Although they're getting a little bit scarce now.
Yeah. All right, Frank, it was nice to meet you, and thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thanks. Good luck with your racing.
Will do. Afternoon, everyone. Today we're here with Keith, and we're here looking at his Mini Cooper. How long have you had the Mini for?
I brought the car nearly 4 years ago now off Ian Grinter. Ian Grinter ran the car in the Victorian Sprint Championships and the Victorian Hill Climbing Championships. And so it's got roughly 60 years. He bought it brand new off the showroom floor 60 years ago. So, and he retired a couple of years ago, and subsequently I picked it up and put it back into the sprints, and where it was dominantly in the Victorian Hill Climbing Championships. So, so now it's back into the sprints.
And have you followed in his footsteps doing the Victorian Hill Climb? And
I've done a few of some of the championships in the Victorian Hill Climbing Championships. It requires a really good driver, and I've still got a bit more to go. So I've been driving 4 years now. Originally raced dirt bikes and got a bit old, so cars was the way to go, and I chose the Mini because I had one when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, that's the go. And how have you found the Pedders Sprint days?
Oh, they're really good. You get a mixed bag of drivers and skill level, and they're really very good and very competitive out in the track with times. So I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. One thing I benefit from the sprint days is you can just go out there and race against yourself, and you can improve and learn the track Winton very well over the 6 rounds, I think.
Winton's a really great track for minis. It has a relatively long straight that allows the Mini to get up some speed. It has the back tight section, which is really great for minis as well, and the smaller cars. And the Mini's really suited for the Winton track.
Cool. And have you done much to it since you've bought it, or you've sort of left it?
Since I've owned it, I've done a fair bit of work to it. It's now on its second engine. The new engine went in about 4 months ago. The original engine broke a crank and destroyed the engine, and so it's on its brand new engine. So we're doing really good times. I think we just did a 140.10 out there just then, which is one of my personal best times.
Yeah, that's really good, because I've got a Ford Focus, which is a front-wheel drive. It's still quite a powerful car, but that's at least, I think, 11-12 seconds quicker.
Yeah, look, it comes down to its power to weight. Yeah. So it has, the last time we dynoed, it was 115 horse or 100 and 8 foot-pound of torque. With me in it as a driver, it weighs around about 610 kilograms, and that's corner weighted.
That's really light.
Yeah, so it gets lots. It really torques out of the corner because of power to weight ratio.
And imagine how light it'd be without something like the cage, for an example.
Well, I'll tell you how much faster it would go with you in it.
Alright. You gonna let me have a drive?
Maybe later on.
Alright, thanks Keith so much for your time. It was great to have a quick chat about your car.
You're welcome, anytime.
It is an original car, but yeah, my dad bought it sort of mid-80s.
Yeah.
We've done all the circuits in Victoria, just about.
Yeah.
We've done heaps of rallying.
Yeah.
We did a lot of bitumen rallying during the 90s
Yeah.
and the early 2000s. Dad navigating, me driving,
Yeah.
mum service crew. Over in Tassie,
Yeah.
so it wasn't the Target, but there was another event.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Same idea,
Yeah.
but we came back to the same place every time and did big loops.
Yeah.
So 3 days
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that's
out in
cool.
the countryside. So a lot of the same sort of rally stages as Target when they come to that
Yeah.
area. But Target travels around
Yeah.
the state.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
came back to the same place, so had the same motel room and
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
same pub every night.
Yeah.
So we did it probably 10 years in a row
Yeah.
on stage.
Yeah.
And then Dad have a drive as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's been a bit of a family car. It got a birthday for its 40th.
Yeah.
Got a paint job and cleaned up and rebuilt, but it is good fun.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's fun.
All right.
Yeah. Oh well,
So you can
yeah.
use,
Yeah.
you can use that.
That's
No
fine.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Today we're here with Michael and we're going to talk about his car. So would you like to tell us a little bit about your car?
It's a 1991 Nissan Silvia with a latest LS3 Holden engine in it and fairly developed suspension. Yeah, it's just a good little track car.
Yeah. So have you been using it for track or for
Just
its...
track.
Yeah.
Just track.
And how long have you had it?
About 4 years.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And what have you done to it? Because it looks like there's a fair bit done.
It's been fairly developed, yeah. It's set up for any of the circuit racing.
Yeah.
I'm just want it for fun. I'm not trying to do any racing, just having fun track days.
And
Little
now,
sprint events like today.
yeah. And how long have you been racing for yourself?
Only about 4 years.
Yeah, fair enough.
Late at it.
Yeah. And what's the thing you like most about the Pedders Sprints?
Pedders, yeah, it's casual. It's there's no fuss and it's just good fun.
Yeah, just kids running around asking the interviewer.
Hmm?
Just kids running around asking the
Yeah,
interviewer.
there you go.
But no, what's your most favourite thing about the car? Because you've done
The
quite
engine,
a few.
yeah, the engine. Sorry, yeah.
So have you
Runs well.
have you put lots of work yourself into it?
A lot.
Yeah.
As everyone does, lots of time and lots of money.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Michael, so much
No
for
worries.
telling us about your car. I
worries.
really appreciate meeting you.
You too.
Good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you.
All right, hey guys. Today we're here with Terry, and you race a Hyundai XL.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, haven't had it very long.
And what about this car? Is this also yours or?
No, that's
No?
Peter's.
That's Peter's. All right. Yeah.
Peter's, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, what are your plans with this car?
Oh, just for the endurance races, the 6-hour, 12-hour racing.
Yeah.
A little bit of sprint racing as today.
So, what do you enjoy about the Pedders Sprint Series?
Oh, it's very competitive, very friendly and very competitive. It's the main thing at our level, probably grassroots level. Everyone's very friendly and helps one another. It's a great series.
Yeah, and have you raced motorsport all your life or only the past few years?
Oh, no, long time.
Yeah.
Had a lot of other cars, yeah.
Do you remember what got you into motorsport when you were a young tucker?
Been a bit silly, probably. Got in early. We had a local car club and we did motor cars and runs and whatever, and then we developed from there, I suppose, into the competition side.
Yeah. So did you race stuff like the Vic State Series, National?
No, we've only been sort of Riverina club level, Winton.
Yep.
We travel around a little bit, get over to South Australia and 6-hour racing, fair bit of that.
So how many of you guys do the enduro together? Because it 3 men, 2 men?
Usually 4 of us.
4, yep.
Yeah, usually 4. We did, where did we go?
Well, this year.
Yeah, Malala, we did Malala, and we were doing the 12-hour or 10-hour, whatever it is here. Phillip Island we did.
Yeah. Just come back from
Just come back from Phillip Island. Yeah. So you guys seem that you enjoy your motorsport a lot.
Oh yeah, well, not a lot of time left now. We've got to enjoy what we got. Yeah, no, we do. Very friendly at our level.
Yeah. And what was your favourite race car that you've ever owned?
Oh, I had a Honda Civic. It was pretty good. Had it for a fair few years. Did pretty well with it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I believe you're friends with Grant Phillips. Have you ever raced him before?
Here?
Anywhere?
Oh, yeah. Here a number of times, yeah.
All right, well, thanks for your time, Terry. And
appreciate your time. All the best.
Cool. Good luck for the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
too.
Okay.
All right, hello everyone. Today we're here with Charles and we're here to talk about his Clubman car. So would you like to give us a little bit of an introduction on your car?
Yep, this is its first day out, and it's about number 10 that I've built. It's got a Ford Duratec engine, Mazda gearbox and Mazda rear end, and I've built it from the ground up. I've built a number of cars, and this is my latest one.
Yeah, and some people wouldn't believe, but I hear that you're 83 years old and you're still racing.
85.
85. That's incredible.
Closer to 86 and 85.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And have you spent most of your racing career around these sort of cars?
Always. No. I had a Lotus 23 that I built and a Renmax.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, both rear engines.
Yeah. And what do you sort of enjoy the most about these sort of cars? Because they are pretty awesome.
Going quick. Being quick.
Yeah. And have you been to many of these Pedders Sprint days before?
I started in 1996 and I've been coming regularly ever since.
Yeah. And
I've also run in Mark Sports Car and Alfa Romeo Car Club events.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I've run at Phillip Island, Sandown, Calder, Bear, Albury Wodonga.
Oh, yeah. Would you know Marissa? She races a little Fiat, a newer one. Yeah. Yeah, she's a part of the Alpha Club.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is a really cool car. And what's your favourite thing about the sprint days here?
Bang for buck. You get more fun out of running sprints than going out and out racing, or I do anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. Well, appreciate your time, Charles. It was very nice to meet you, and it's a very cool story and very cool car.
Okay.
We're here with Nigel. He races a WRX Subaru. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it and your experience with motorsport?
Yeah, sure, mate. Well, I actually got into it through, like my young fella, he was racing go-karts and he sort of got too big, so we wanted to do something else. So we actually started off with a little Nissan Pulsar, believe it or not. That was my wife's car, and much to her disgust, we pulled all the seats out of it and put coilovers in it and all that thing, and I think we raced that for about a year.
Yeah.
Doing the same Pedders No Bull series.
Yep.
And we just had such a ball that we sort of upped the ante a bit, and I bought this sight unseen from Brisbane and got a truck down, and we had two years motor free racing out of it before my son blew it up at the Wodonga track at Logic. And then Dad had to buy the bullet, which is me, and rebuild it. Rebuild it. A mate, Dunkley Panels, he helped me out, and he actually painted it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Which was awesome, because as you know, stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
And then through other races that you talk to, Pete Thompson and that, sort of got in with Got It Rex and took it down there and got it tuned and that, and I love them there.
Yeah.
They're a great little rig.
Yeah. Such an awesome car. I love the Subaru I had, but I had to run it rear-wheel drive, so I made it a bit slower because I'm a junior for out the car club.
Yep.
But yeah, it's an awesome car. And did you ever watch motorsport growing up? Were you a fan of V8 supercars?
Yeah, V8 supercars, and always love Lambsy and all those blokes coming up, Brocky and all them, and it's always been in the blood, but it wasn't until probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
That we actually, and this is, fantastic. sort of grassroots entry to get into.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome car. You've done an awesome job with it.
Yeah,
And,
I wouldn't be able to do it without, like I said, people that help you out. Like I said, Dunkley's, they painted it. Scott at Pedders in Albury,
Yeah.
he actually helps me out as well. He brakes and suspension and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Tries to lead me on the right track. And then I come home and tell him what it's doing, and he goes, "Well, learn how to drive properly."
That's fair enough. Well, yeah, I appreciate your time, Nigel, and good luck for the rest of the day. I've got to get on track.
No worries. You have a good race.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Thank you.
Easy.
I thought I would do a quick recap of my day at the Pedders Sprints. Obviously, we started off the day with beautiful sunny Winton. It was actually a good day, and we were happy that it was nice and sunny. We proceeded to have our morning warm-up, and in the first session we found out that we were running a little bit low on oil, so Mum had to make a quick pit stop in Benella, and she had to get some oil, which is not our normal brand, but it had to do the trick, so we'll be changing that as soon as possible when we get home, back to Royal Precision Lubricants Oil 5W30. And for the first session we went out there, and I believe our quickest time was a 1:57, and then by the end of the day I think I ended up knocking off 6 seconds, and as you can see from the footage, I'm absolutely having a ball in my new Focus. It's such a great car. It's got a lot of power underneath it for quite a stock car, and we plan to do a lot more with it in the future. As you can see, I do make a few overtakes every now and again. It's not ideal because it actually does slow down your lap, but it's fun to have some good side-by-side racing. And that's the thing about the Pedders Sprints. You can go out there, you can have a bit of racing, and you can also have fun racing against the clock. So we ended up having a good day. You know, we improved on our times. You know, thankfully the car handled really well. The car went really well reliability-wise. Because even though it's only 4 or 5 laps, it does put a little bit of stress on the car. It does get a little bit hot and whatnot. So, yeah, we had a really successful day, and to come home third, we were really proud of it. Did a lot better than what we did in the Subaru last time, so I'm really happy with that.
Our last category, which is our juniors, and the juniors are under 18 as of round 1. So in third place with a 3:48.33, Ayrton Filippini in the Ford Focus RS.
Say thanks to Planet Grant, because without them, you know, stuff like this doesn't happen, and the volunteers who dedicate their hard time and effort into making the circuit run and look as presentable as it does. So thanks everyone.